everybody. Sorry for the delay. This was important because this is part of official records. So, well, this is the moment that we've all been waiting for. Waiting since an entire year, actually. The whole process has taken more than a year. And this is the moment where we learn from the NAAC peer team members. They're very distinguished, very accomplished administrators at the place of in the institutions, and there is a lot of learning from them. During the course of our interaction, whether it's the department or committee or at the facilities, several suggestions have come our way, and the onus lies on us now how to take this institution forward. They are here and they will share, of course, their findings and offer their recommendations, which are extremely fair in their assessment and of extreme value to all of us. So I now invite you, sir, all three honorable NAAC peer team members, the principal, sir, and Professor Manisha as IQAC coordinator to please come up on the stage. I think first and foremost, they deserve a huge round of applause for their patience. We've tested their patience and, of course, tolerance and energy levels, taken them to every nook and corner of the college. And now we look forward to their suggestions. So I now welcome Honorable Chairperson, Sir, Professor Rajni Sharma, to please come and offer suggestions. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Professor Gitanjali, Honorable Principal Sir, and IQAC Director, Professor Manisha, my colleagues for this visit, Professor Ajay Gupta and Professor Mandlik, and all the faculty members of this college. Before coming for this exit meeting, we were discussing, while we were working on the report, giving it the final touches, making sure that everything goes fine while uploading on NAAC portal, etc. We were doing all that. But simultaneously, some jokes were also cracked. Let me share some of those jokes with you. And like that, people would try to read your body language, means our body language. That from our body language, perhaps you'll be able to judge that what kind of report we have submitted. So what does our body language tell you? So what does our body language tell you? Like whether the very sportive report about the college has been submitted or we have been a little too critical. Fair enough? Body language says so? Okay, body language says so, it means I am tired. Right? Otherwise, see, in a nutshell, jokes apart, it has been a tremendous visit since last 2 days. Usually it remains a very, for me it is the third NAAC peer team visit, right? And it is a very, when I had done the first visit, I did it a lot of enthusiasm. Yes, I have got this opportunity to assess a college, but then over the time I realized it's a very exhaustive task. It's a very task which takes a lot of hard work if it has to be done with sincerity. And we have tried to do this job also with a lot of sincerity. And you can be sure of that we have not left any stone unturned in making sure that we are able to do the justice for which, to the job for which we have been deputed here by NAAC. When it comes on to our assessment in the last 2 days, there have been many positives. Many positives means actually there are many positives. NAAC, basically, as you must be knowing, you might be the part of the whole process for preparation of this NAAC visit also. The whole performance of the college is judged in 7 criteria, right from curriculum to teaching, learning and evaluation, research, infrastructure, right, best practices, governance, leadership. So everything is covered. Total, I'm not sure whether you have ever counted or not. Ma'am, have you ever counted it? How many DVVs are there actually in NAAC? How many DVVs are there? 425. there are around 90 plus DVVs which are required to be filled in. I am also not sure of the exact number because they keep on updating it. They keep on making some minor changes here and there every fortnight. So there are around 90 plus DVVs for which the data is sought from the college. And then typical Q&M criteria, where around 70% of the marks college gathers from whatever data they have supplied earlier, and that is verified, that is checked by a third party, that which even we also don't know. So that is one part, and then 30% of course comes from this QLM, from this visit, how that information about the college has been perceived. But overall, these around 90 to 100 DVVs which are there, that gives each and every single aspect about the performance of the college. These 2 days of visit plus everything, the data which has been submitted, that gives a fair amount of idea. So on that, what I would like to say is that most of the things which you people have done, those are really, really very wonderful, right? You can take it as a compliment. Criteria wise, if we talk of particularly say curriculum criteria, we have done exceedingly well. Of course, because you are bound by the curriculum which is given to you by University of Delhi, but then there is a lot of things which you can practice how to deliver that curriculum, how to deliver that content to the students. And there as well we realize that you have followed very good practices, and overall feedback has been very satisfactory. Some of the points which you have written in the report also, that you would be able to know once the report is opened by principal sir and it is available on the NAAC portal. Second, likewise teaching, learning and evaluation, again overall impression which we could get, that was very, very positive impression. We deliberately asked for the question papers of midterm exams as well, which you people are conducting on the college, because end-term exam of course you might be getting from University of Delhi, but conducting midterm exams or conducting internal assessments, that is your prerogative. And so what kind of question paper you are setting, whether those are up to mark or not, so we checked that and found that also very, very satisfactory. Of course some suggestions have been made that how it can be made even better, but overall the process was it was found quite good, quite satisfactory. Coming on to research, criteria 3, overall quite good, yes, but then there is definitely huge scope of improvement. While some of the departments are doing very well in research, more than what is expected from them as a, like I say, electronics department or some sciences department, but then definitely there is a lot of scope for other departments, humanities departments also, to catch up with the pace. And usually there is an impression in everybody's mind, especially college teachers, whenever I get to interact with them, that publishing research articles in Scopus Index Journal is a very difficult task. Let me make a very, very candid confession here, it's not at all difficult. It is just perhaps a mind block for the first 1 or 2 papers. Once you start writing it, you start loving the job, and then ultimately you can publish very good quality papers. Of course after putting in the due amount of effort also. But then I always say this thing, we as academicians, we're all teachers, and we do have 2 important jobs to be done. One is knowledge dissemination, which we always do through our lectures, through when we teach the classes, we do that job well. But simultaneously there is a very important job which many of us believe that is not our job, but it is our job, that is knowledge creation also. And knowledge creation will be able to do only if we do actually involve ourselves into research. So it's a kind of request and recommendation. The departments which have already been doing research, very good, keep it up, work hard, even better, so as to improve upon the results. Which are not doing, they should definitely perhaps learn from them, join hands, do multidisciplinary research, but they should definitely take active part in research. Next comes on to library and infrastructure, etc., criteria 4. Library, in fact, we gave a feedback to them when we visited the facility also, overall it is good. But then simultaneously, some of the things have to be improved upon. The software which is being used over there, that is very dated software. There is definitely need to improve upon that facility, right? And then otherwise, coming on to the infrastructure as well. So there are some critical points which we have already passed on to Principal Sir and Director IQC also. I would not like to talk about the same here at this stage of time. One thing which all of you can help the college, that is related to criteria 5, which is student progression. And the data where we, of course, where we struggled, because college was not able to give us the data that how many students have got placements on campus. The data was very small, very minimal number, and simultaneously if the students have graduated and become proud alumni where they are currently, even if their information was there, that was not in the form of any authenticated information. Perhaps if all of you help them, that they should be able to record the data properly, and definitely performance in criteria 5 can also be improved. When it comes on to leadership and management, that is criteria 6. Of course, you people, there is a board of management, and then the regular meetings are conducted for them. Yesterday we met them over lunch also, so overall the things are going on very fine. Of course, one of the pain areas which many of you raised regarding your salaries, etc., that point also we have included in the report. Let us see what best can be done, but that is a part of the report that provision should be made or effort should be made by college administration to make sure that the faculty members and staff members do get the salaries, etc. on time. So that also has been included in the report. Last criteria remains related to best practices, institutional best practices, and you people claimed about 2 best practices. One is that Akshar project, which I was saying project, whether it's a project or it's part of NSS. We had a good debate, good discussion on that also. It is of course an appreciable effort. It must be continued, and perhaps the scale should be, if it is today 100 students, the scale can be increased even further. So that is definitely a very appreciable process. So overall, it has been a very satisfactory visit. Whenever we do visit Professor Ajay Gupta, Professor Mandli, we're discussing, we do get to learn so many things from the host institute as well. And this visit is also no exception. We also learned a lot of things, which we can take back our home and try to improve the systems in our respective institutes as well. So overall, that is what the spirit of NAAC is. We are peers. That is what we try to propagate in all our addresses also. That we are peers, we are colleagues, right? And we learn from each other. So the intent has never been, throughout the visit, is never been to be judgmental, never to inspect you. It is never an inspection. It is just a peer learning. Always there is room for improvement. Whatever you are doing exceedingly well, but definitely you can always improve upon further. Right? And that's what the NAAC gives you an opportunity to show you that this is where you are as of now, and these are the improvement areas. So work on them, and I'm very sure this College of University of Delhi, which principal sir told me it ranks in around 25th in the list of 92 colleges affiliated to University of Delhi. I'm sure we will keep all working hard, then it will definitely rank very high, even much higher in the list of those preferred colleges among students. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful opportunity. It was a wonderful spending 2 days in your college. Thank you so much for extending a wonderful hospitality. We really enjoyed our stay over here. Thank you so much, and wishing you very all the best. Thank you so much.
Part of the protocol, now Chairperson Sir will hand over the report. It's a sealed report to the Principal Sir, which of course has details about scope of improvement, which shall be shared with all of us only once it is declared on the NAAC portal. And now, of course, as head of the institution, Professor Sanjeev K. Tiwari sir will now give the customary vote of thanks. Aye, sir.
Thank you, Professor Gitanjali. Respected chairperson of this NAAC tier team, Professor Rajneesh Sharma ji, Professor Ajay K. Gupta ji, Professor Chandrakant Mandlik ji, dear colleagues, non-teaching staff, and especially the NAAC team. It's a great relief today, at least for all of us. We have been preparing for this NAAC visit since last 1 year. Although earlier it was the background work in which the NAAC team was involved. The IQAC, it was doing the job. Some of the non-teaching staffs, they were assisting them, and the teacher in charges, they were on their toes. But since last 15-20 days, all the teaching and non-teaching staff of the college, they were united like one unit, and they have been putting their best. Really, it is a very learning experience for us. The way Professor Rajneesh Sharma ji, Ajay Gupta ji, and Mandlik ji, they have inquired all the details, which we were not even expecting. Those documents were asked. It was a testing time for all of us. And it is a learning experience also. Creating infrastructure, maintaining it, it's one thing, one aspect. But maintaining the minutes of all the meetings in detail is another important thing. So 2 years of the COVID period, it's very troublesome for us. There is a continuity of the students when the students, they learn the things from their seniors. And when there is a continuity. But in 2 years, that continuity has broken. And it was very difficult for us, for the entire administration, for the teachers, for the conveners of the different committees. Number one, to train the students for the new things and to maintain the data also. But despite those all obstacles, because we were expecting this visit much earlier than what it is happening today. We were expecting this meeting in the month of August, but this meeting is taking place in the month of December. And this month of December is again challenging, sir, because we are doing 3 things simultaneously. The admissions of the first year is taking place. Day before yesterday only the on-the-spot admissions has taken place. And even we could not divided the different classes for the G, SCC and AECC papers. This is one challenge. The other challenge is the examination which is going on simultaneously. And the third is the classes. Examinations which are taking place in our college, we are not conducting the examination of third year students of Delhi University and Maharaja Agrawal College only. The examinations of the SOL, which is one of the constituent part of Delhi University, it's also taking place. And not 2 of the 300, 400 students, it's 1,000 students examination in the college for which the college infrastructure is not well prepared. Similarly, the examination of non-collegiate women's examination board students, it's also taking place. And the third is the IGNU Center, which is here in our college. Then it's multiple challenge for us in the month of December. But despite those all challenges, this visit could be possible because of the strong support of our all teaching and non-teaching staff. I'm really very thankful to all of you who basically not only rendered their services, but they tried to do their best and contribute what possible manner it is possible. Some of our colleagues, they left the college at 11 p.m. in night and again came back at 7 a.m. in the morning. That is, I can say that a very, very formidable job they have done to the institution. It's a learning process for all of us, and I can assure you from here that the report which you have submitted The entire college will come to know about that once the result will be announced by the NAAC. We'll try to fulfill those all recommendations in the coming 5 years. And not in the 5 years, in coming 5 months, we'll try to fulfill those all promises. Thank you, sir. Thank you, all of you, who basically not only visited our institution, but you have visited and you have observed everything very minutely. You tried to inquire everything, and we cannot imagine that you can go that much of detail. It was really very challenging for all of us. और सब कोई एक दूसरे से ये भी पूछ रहे थे कि आपसे क्या पूछा गया. That is another important question. तो आपको on the behalf of Maharaja Agrawal College teaching and teaching staff, and even on the behalf of the governing body and the students of the college, we are really very thankful to you. And I can imagine, I can see the way you worked. The moment you landed in Delhi, and from that point onwards, you keep on working and working. You have not taken a rest, and not even a single moment you have taken the rest. And before coming here, all of three of you, you have studied the entire SSR, which goes into the 100 of pages. हो सकता है हम में से बहुत सारे लोग SSR को पूरा नहीं पढ़े हों, लेकिन आप तीनों ने उसको शब्दशः पढ़ लिया था, और जो चीजें हमें नहीं याद थी, those things were remembered by you. Thank you very much for doing wonderful job. और मुझे लगता है कि परिवार की तरफ से हम आपका पुनः एक बार धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करते हैं. और हमसे कोई अगर त्रुटि हुई हो, उसके लिए भी मैं महाराजा अग्रसेन कॉलेज परिवार की तरफ से आपसे क्षमा मांगता हूँ. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
Now we present the institutional Maharaja Agrawal College memento to felicitate our guests here, distinguished guests. I request Principal Sir to give the memento to Professor Rajneesh Sharma, sir. Something to remember us by, sir.